All right, y'all. It's time for a monumental cook session coming up right now. I'm waiting for some more people to hop in the chat. I got some words today. I know a lot of y'all have been waiting for this moment. I'm excited. So, as y'all know, I'm gonna start doing lives regularly, pretty much. I don't want to say daily, but somewhat daily. This live is really we're gonna touch on interracial relationships because I think a lot of people don't like talking about this. A lot of people try to get past this and not talk about it too much. And like behind closed doors, these conversations happen all the time. It's happened with the homies. It's happened with other people as well. So y'all already know I got to put myself out there. So I got to tell y'all the real of interracial dating, of all of that. Because here's the thing: there's all of these people. There's a lot of these specific types of people that I'm going to describe that all they like to do is hate. All they want to do is pick apart everything that you know. And again, it's obvious I'm a black man, right? But at the end of the day, I don't just identify as that. I identify as a human, right? So I don't put people in boxes based on their race, based on their color. But there's a lot of people that do. And there's one guy that to be honest, I don't care much about. I don't really necessarily pay attention to him as much. I don't really look at his content. But there's a lot of people who send me his content trying to basically tell me like, oh, bro, like being in an interracial relationship and when you're a black man, that's the worst thing that you could ever do. I'm like, bro, y'all are cooked, absolutely cooked, right? Slim Creeker, what are you talking about? So yeah, I just think when you date a white girl as a black guy, she'll always have the power and leverage in the relationship because of her skin tone. What do you? Nah, hell no. That's not even true at all, bro. Like, if anything, it depends on how she treats you and how she sees you. But let's get into it since we got some people on this chat right now. Dr. Umar, yes, Dr. Umar. See, he already knows. I'm gonna share my screen real quick and go over this video because I think this video kind of tells a lot of what we're seeing right now. So let's see if you guys can hear it. Let's hope you guys can hear this. Obviously, the search, right? Let's bring this all the way back.
What's a snow bunny?
A snow bunny is a white woman.
Why should black men stay away from snow bunnies?
First of all, as Pan-Africanists, we believe.
Bro, what the fuck is Pan-Africanism, G? Can y'all hear this, by the way? Like, what is I know what it is, but the concept makes zero sense to me. Like, Pan-Africanism? What does that mean? Why are you not in Africa? If you're preaching that all us black people need to go to Africa, why are you still in the U.S.? And also, what happened? What happened to that school that you wanted to make? Because I know about that. This school that he wanted to build, and I'll explain what these types of people do and why they are what they are. But what happened to the school? It's been years. It's been years, Dr. Umar. Where's the school? Pan Africa. Why are you not building a school in Africa? Why are you building it in the U.S.?
Even self-determination, African independence, right? So that means,
yeah, right. But then you want affirmative action. It's all about empowering until it's all about affirmative action. We need our money for our reparations, bro. What? Let's keep going. I'm already tired.
Every school need to be built for and by black people.
No, they don't. Every school does not need to be built and for black people, like built for and by black people. That's not true. Schools need to be built for human beings. We are all human. Why are we sitting here trying to say, oh, we already have HBCUs? We already have that stuff. I don't understand. Let's see.
Every bank need to be built for and by black people.
We've already tried that. There have already been black banks. And there are a lot of black people that still use Bank of America for a reason. And I'll explain why.
Every hospital needs to be built for and by black people. Every community needs to be built for and by black people.
No, they don't. Communities need to be built for humans. For human beings. Y'all get what I'm saying here? Like the race was created literally to divide us already. That's why race was created. This is all a man-made construct. You have to understand this. A lot of y'all are going to get pissed off today. And I'm here for heat. I'm here. This is a monumental cook. Y'all got to understand. You do not need to base your entire identity over your race. That's identity politics. You don't need to do that. You're black, yes, but you're also competent. You're a competent man. So you have to just apply that to your life. Become competent. When you become competent, race most likely does not matter. That's a fact. Yeah, it was man-made by, of course. But here's the thing. It was created to divide. So what are we doing? All we're doing is we're falling into that frame. We're falling into the frame of, oh, well, you're literally the people that you're trying to go against, the white people, you're trying to go against them and you're falling into their frame. Come on. Even if they made that shit, like we don't need to fall for that.
Well, every family needs to be built for and by Black family. There's more African women on the planet than any other population.
And your point? Your point?
There's no other population that has more of itself than Black women. So what excuse do I have dating outside of my race?
Here's the problem with this, guys. Here's the problem with this. What excuse do I have? It's already a mental flaw. Because what are you saying? What excuse do I have for dating outside of my race? So now you're already putting something in your head where I need to date a Black woman. By the way, guys, I'm gonna tell you guys right now, from my perspective, from my life, I was always just like this. I was literally always that person that was, I used to call my cousin. My cousin would be like, "Who you want to? I want to date a Black woman. I want to be with a Black." I used to think like that, and so what would happen? I would go search for that, and then it would literally always turn out bad. There'd always be issues. Again, I'm going to start this off by saying I love Black women. I believe there are solid Black women in the world. I'm not saying all Black women are bad. I'm not shitting on Black women at all, even though there's going to be people who take this out of context and make this seem like I'm going against Black. I'm not. What I'm going against is this idea that because I'm a Black man, that literally means that I need to date somebody in my race because of their color. How does that make any sense? What if they're disrespecting me? What if they're cheating on me? Oh, I have to stick with them because they're Black? What? By the way, this has happened in my life.
With so many African women. Now let's add to that.
Look, he's looking at him like, bro, you a fucking idiot. Like, what are you talking about? He probably with a snow bunny right now, bro. He like, damn, bro, what are you talking about?
The oppressive history that we've had with the European.
Again, it's always going back to all that shit. It's literally always going back. Always going back to that oppressive history. Always talking about, always making things so broad, like, oh, like oppressive history because we were oppressed. Always living in the past, not realizing that we have all of these different opportunities. Acting like a victim. Always saying, oh, everybody's against us. They're not. Nobody gives a fuck right now. Everybody cares about themselves. Everybody wants to improve themselves. This whole victim mentality, this whole idea, everybody's living on like 1,000 years of slavery when before that we had a way better lifestyle before that. We were actually conquering before that. Everyone talks about slavery. It's like, well, this is what's going to piss people off. We started slavery. We literally enslaved ourselves and then sold ourselves to Europeans. That's how it started. So why are you I don't understand the blame of like, oh, white people put us in this position. No, we put ourselves in this fucking position.
These people have enslaved us. They have robbed us. They have
no, bro. I almost said the N-word. You robbed yourself. You enslaved yourself. You allowed for yourself to be colonized.
Colonized us. They have neo-colonized us. They've created all types of biological weapons from AIDS to Ebola to West Nile to COVID. Every time we look up, they're coming up with a new scheme to exterminate African people.
How does that have anything to do with interracial relationships? Can somebody help me with this? Can somebody help me understand how all of these things have to do with not dating a woman outside of your race? I'll give you a good example, right? So when I was in because right now I'm in a relationship with a Romanian woman, right? And the hate that I get online is crazy. I get a lot of hate from a lot of guys who, and it's funny because these same types of guys, when you go on their profile, they look like they live in their mom's basement at the age of 40. They have nothing to their name whatsoever. They barely ever have a profile picture. And they're coming at me telling me that I'm wrong for dating somebody who's not Black. Oh, bro, be with a Black queen, be with a Black, pandering because they can't go and get Black women themselves. So what they have to do, they literally have to go in there and they have to start literally I got distracted. What's Yoga Flame saying? He said, don't forget to post your fitness videos of you yelling at me to get in the gym. I will post more of those. But this is an interesting topic because there's so many of these people who come on here trying to police us about who we should date, who we shouldn't date. Bro, you are free. I'm going to tell you this right now. You are free to date whoever you want. You're free to literally date and marry whoever you want. Do not let a man who looks like a sack of oatmeal tell you who you shouldn't date. By the way, this dude is single. He has no relationship. He's trying to date he's trying to be with 6 or 7 different wives. Can't nail down one, probably doesn't have one, trying to build a school that doesn't exist. And he's trying to tell you who you should date. That's who's talking to you, by the way. That's who's creating divide. So why is he creating the divide? Because he profits off of that. He profits off of Black empowerment because he builds his school. He gets donations. He gets millions of dollars, and he literally just fucks off with the money. Any person who's building their business off the back of Black people, I cannot respect them whatsoever. And you're right. Foreign affairs. Women are women. Yes, it's true. Women are women, end of story. It does not matter what the race is. It partially matters what the generational trauma looks like, because they can bring that generational trauma back to you if it's in the. That's where sometimes Black women can kind of be in a different position, in a honestly a fucked up position where they didn't grow up with a strong father or they didn't have a really strong household, and they bring that trauma back to you. That can happen. That can happen with white women too. That can happen with Asian. It can matter with any woman. But the principles remain fair. If the person is solid to you, if the person respects you and they treat you like the man that you are, date them. Why would you not do that? That's what I'm trying to understand. I don't understand, bro. A dude that looks like a sack of oatmeal is trying to tell me that I need to be in a relationship with a Black woman. Need, keyword need, which makes no sense to me because I don't need to be with anybody. I don't need to date Black women. Here's the reality. Some people might say, "Oh, bro, you went to this woman because Black women didn't accept you." They really did, though. Black women, every Black woman I've talked to and I'm also friends with, they all like me. They all understand how I feel about this too, and they get it. But there are Black women who dislike me when they see me with another woman that doesn't look like them, because again, they see you as a man who kind of made it, who they kind of want, but they know they can't have. And they see that you're giving your attention to somebody else who's not Black. So they'll try to gaslight you to make you think that you're doing the wrong thing. And it's like, bro, I can date whoever I want. You can date whoever you want. You're a man. You've worked your entire life to get to where you want to be. And you're letting another man who doesn't take care of himself physically, who tries to basically rob people financially by making a school that doesn't exist, and just goes on podcasts talking shit about interracial relationships and talking shit about people who aren't Black and trying to basically say Black people are superior to everybody else. I don't fall for that rhetoric, bro. I don't fall for the rhetoric that Black people are superior to everybody else. I used to, but we're all humans. We all have the potential to be competent. But the problem is we have guys like this who make their money off of making you think that you're better than other people and trying to basically take some generational thing that occurred and make it a big deal in the modern time when you literally can escape. You can escape what you're doing. You can escape a shitty life if you simply just apply yourself. I stopped thinking about slavery. I stopped thinking about racism. I stopped thinking about all that. And I realized, okay, I'm Black, but I can still become the best version of myself. I can still make sure my physique is on point. I can still make sure that I'm learning what I need to learn. And then I can dominate. I focused on myself. I didn't focus on the generational traumas. I didn't focus on any of that. So dude is over here doing all this, policing. People are literally hitting me up in the comments talking about Dr. Umar said you shouldn't, like he's Jesus. Bro, what are you talking about? You're cucked. You're cucked by the same people who are trying to tell you to get out of a system. You're already in another system by falling for that trap. You're trying to avoid every woman that could potentially serve you in your life better than anybody else because you want to keep the image of being with a Black woman. That's how I was, by the way. I'm speaking to my old self. I wanted to keep the image of being with a Black woman, so I would force myself to get into these fucked up relationships. Things would go bad. I'd literally be butting heads with them all the time. No respect, no understanding of a leader, no understanding of anything. And I would keep going because, oh, well, she's black. She's black, so I got to take it. I got to take it because she's black. Come on, bro. Like, it doesn't even make any sense to me. None of this shit makes sense. And somebody asked me another question too. Somebody asked me, oh, who rooted in G's? He said, Dr. Umar is not divisive. How is Dr. Umar not divisive? How is telling people that they should not be with a certain race not divisive? Is that not dividing people based on race? Is that something that am I missing something here, chat? Like, chat, tell me if I'm missing something here. Let me know. Right? And who's to say you're not going to date a black woman, a black girl again? I hate when women act like the person you're with is facts. They always act like it's the end all be all, and they're like they always make you think that you're doing something wrong. Like, bro, why are you with a? I've lost friends because of this, by the way. I've lost friends because I've dated somebody who wasn't black in the past. They get mad, and I'm like, bro, you're feminine. Like, what are you doing? They'll block you. They'll do all this. They'll be like, bro, I don't know why you wear it. You gotta be with the black queen. You gotta be with a black queen. It's like, bro, what are you talking about? Where are you getting this from? And yes, somebody said this correct. Young Villain said, I never pay attention to Dr. Umar. His life experience is not the experience I want. Never listen to someone who does not have the life that you genuinely want, or is on the way to the life that you genuinely want. Why are you talking to a dude that has to speak in front of a camera in a car, never showed you a girl in his life, never showed you what life he lives, has this crazy scheme to build this school that's never been built, getting money off the back of black people? That's who you're going for. That's who you're listening to. You're better than that, bro. You're better than all of this shit. All of it. All of it is complete garbage, bro. All of these people who are pushing this message are pushing this message because it puts money in their fucking pockets. You look at Black Lives Matter. I used to believe in that shit. I promise you. I used to have the shirt. I can pull up a picture of me wearing the shirt. I was gullible as fuck. What happened? All that money went straight to the founders. Straight to the founders. And they used the money. All of these things are garbage, bro. The only thing that matters is, do you work on yourself? Do you improve? I'm going to keep pushing this shit because it's true. Do you work on yourself to the point where you can become a valuable person in this society? It doesn't matter if you're black, white, Asian, Indian, Hispanic. I don't give a fuck who you are. What I do care about is what value you bring to society. And I believe a lot of black men can bring a lot of value to society if they just tap in and they stop having this victim mentality, like everything's bad because I'm black. No, everything's bad because you're a fucking idiot. That's why everything's bad for you. And I had to swallow that pill myself. This isn't tough love, just me talking to you and making you feel bad. This is me understanding where I was. I was in that state where I was blaming the system, and I was literally saying that, oh, white people are here to get me. White people helped me more than black people ever did. Every time, I'll tell you guys a story. When I was raising money for my tech startup, I reached out to so many black investors thinking they were going to invest in me. I built a platform that was literally for black people. What that motherfucker was saying that I just streamed the video on. I made an app just for that. And I thought, you know what? They're going to support me. They all laughed at me. They all pushed me away. They all gatekept. They all said, well, no, my LPs aren't going to listen. LPs mean limited partners or limited partners, which are basically people who put money into the startup. They're like, they're not going to want that. And the people who actually put me on were white people. That's why I can't demonize white people as a whole. Are there bad batches? Yes, there are bad batches on both sides. But this idea that it's us versus them because they're white and we're black is the craziest sack of shit I've ever heard in my whole life. I've never listened to someone like that and said, you know what? He has a point. It's crazy. And maybe there's some things that he says that's true. But again, the devil also paints a lot of lies with truth. There's some little truth to little shit that he says. But when I've really analyzed this whole scene, this whole Pan-Africanism scene, I've realized all of them are charlatans and all of them are looking for money. It's a cash grab. They're taking money from your pocket. They want you to pay for their initiatives that they're trying to create that they'll never create, and then they dip off with your money. That's the whole entire movement right now. That's why this whole war against interracial relationships. Like, why does that matter to you? You, a grown-ass man, why do you care about what another grown-ass man's relationship is? I've had people who are mentors of mine who are black, who are in black on black relationships, and they see my relationships and they're like, you know what? I respect it, bro. She's solid. She's actually solid. They don't care about that shit. The only people who care about this are the people who are bitter, the people who are behind, the people who literally cannot handle the fact that they might actually be wrong. It might actually not matter. Your race might actually not be the problem why you're stuck. It might be because you're not as competent as you think you are. I'm in love with white women. I'm in love with great women, amazing women. It doesn't matter if you white, black, I told you this already. It does not matter. I've been with all races in my life. All of them. Native American, all of them. I'm not here telling you white women are the best. I'm telling you the best women are the best. And you shouldn't look at a woman and disqualify her because of her race if you're physically attracted to her. And if you want to just be with black women, just be with black women. But don't go try to police somebody else on their life and trying to tell them what they should and shouldn't do because they're black. So because I'm black, that means you could tell me what to do. Because you raised me, you're my father. No, somebody asked me in the chat, I saw, what does your relationship look like right now? My relationship's amazing. My woman cooks for me. My woman cleans for me. Takes care of whatever needs to be taken care of. Never disrespects me. Never. Her family loves me. You would think, right? You're like, oh, what does her family think about you? Amazing. Because I carry myself that way. See, if you're a black man or just a man in general, if you carry yourself in the way that needs to be carried, people will respect you by default. People won't just respect you because, bro, it does not matter. I promise you this right now. People are going to hate that I say this, but it does not fucking matter about how you look from a skin color perspective. It matters about how you carry yourself. How do you dress? Unfortunately, we have a society where rappers are and honestly, I like old school rappers. I like the Tupac. I like Biggie. I like all these guys. But the new schoolers, they're fucking up the whole generation right now because they're putting a bad example. So when people listen to rap and they hear all the things that are said and they see these figures, they're going to think that you're just like them. And if you dress like them and you talk like them, they're going to treat you the way that they think they need to treat you because that's what they see. So you have to understand how this is going. It's craziness, bro. And yeah, people dwell on the whole like slavery shit like they were alive for that. They're like, bro, you're doing your ancestors a disservice. What? What are you talking about? I'm really not. But my grandfather, he was in Mexico going crazy with Hispanic women. And he also he married my grandmother as well. But that didn't work out. That's a different detail. I don't want to go into details with that, but it ended very poorly. And he went ahead and did that. You think he's in his grave like, Martel, I can't believe you're with a Romanian woman. The fuck? It's craziness. And the thing is, everybody's falling for it. Everybody, for some reason, black men are falling for this entire thing. It's like, exactly. It's like if our ancestors saw us today, they'd be so happy that we're living well, that we actually have opportunities. They didn't have opportunities. They didn't have that. Assuming you as a black supremacist, you find a quality black woman. Let me see. You find a quality black woman. Would you even love her for her or the idea of a black? I don't care, bro. Yeah, exactly. That's not a key to happy. I don't know what that means, but I'm not going to look at a woman because she's black. I need to love her. That doesn't make it so that I need to love her. Doesn't. Wait, curious why you hate on ecom in your videos. What's ecom? I'm confused. Every gives respect when Jacked Ogun comes on YouTube. I appreciate that, bro. I actually mess with Ogun heavy. But no, and people don't understand this, right? Oh, I hate on e-commerce because, again, a lot of people try to push this idea that it's easy money and you can just put a product out and run ads and it works. I think e-commerce is good as a concept. Selling products online, right? That makes sense. It's scalable. But why is this whole idea of it being easy? You can just put out this product, run ads, and just make a lot of money. It takes time. You have to build a brand. I just hate the rap that came with it. I hate how people have wrapped e-commerce to be. But I'm not going to get off track. We're going back to interracial relationships because this shit pisses me off. Like, everything is crazy when it comes to interracial. I'm going to find another video because I'm actually interested on what he thinks about this as well. More of Or let me see. Dr. Umar white women. All I gotta do is type in Dr. Umar white women. That's the craziest part about this. Nah, bro, you still here. We still going in on him. And this is gonna be on repeat too. I'm just gonna type in Dr. Umar white women, right? Let's hear this.
Black men date out their race more than all other men put together. You know why? Racial inferiority.
That's not why. We don't date out of our race because of racial inferiority. Maybe you might have racial inferiority because you keep thinking that we're still slave, or you keep thinking that because of slavery we're behind. I know many black people who make millions of dollars right now. I know many black people who broke their generational curses and they're doing very well for themselves right now. And you're telling me it's not possible because of slavery, because of racial inferiority. That's why I don't date. What? I don't understand. Can you enlighten me right now? Racial inferiority is the reason why I choose a woman. Again, there's a difference when you're shitting on black women for no reason versus allowing people to do what they want, allowing people to be with who they want. There's a difference. Exactly. We want value in our relationships from it. I don't give a fuck who it is. I don't care who it is. It could be Indian, it could be Spanish, it could be anybody. I don't care. It's not racial inferiority. Again, he's pushing a narrative because he wants you to pay for his school and buy his products. He wants you to feel so shitty about yourself that you listen to him and you start to have this parasocial relationship with him. You think he's the glorified leader and everything. And now you're going to start to listen to him, buy his products, and you're going to start dating black women, and he's going to magically save the race. That's who these types of people are, bro. It's complete bullshit.
We don't think we're as good as the white man. So
let me get this straight, let me get this straight. I don't think I'm as good as the white man. So I'm going to date white women and not black women so that I can up my status in society. That's complete bullshit, bro. That's I've never seen this sack of oatmeal, man. Like, bro, first of all, get in shape, bro. Go to the gym. Stop hiding behind the beard, fam. Stop hiding behind the beard. Get in shape, bro. If he got in shape, I might have actually listened to him a little bit. But when a dude that looks like that comes on and starts to talk, bro, I immediately lose respect because I'm like, I don't think you even respect yourself. One, you're not married, or you don't even have a woman. I don't care if you're married or not. And I don't care. You don't have kids, bro. How old are you? How old are you to still not have kids? And you claim you want them. Why has that not worked? Maybe your mentality is flawed. Maybe. Right. Race matters more in lower circles of society. The higher up you go, the less people give a fuck about it. That's a fact. The higher up I went in society, the less people gave a fuck about race. Oh, he had women out of wedlock. I'm pretty sure he does. I'm pretty sure he probably has kids everywhere. Pretty sure he's a baby daddy in a bunch of people. I'm not subscribing to this, bro. And y'all shouldn't either. Y'all shouldn't really care about that either. Let's see.
we need the white woman in order for us to feel an artificial sense of equality.
No. You want to know how I want to feel like, not even artificial. You want to know how I want to feel equal? I want to feel equal with my skill set, with my competency. That's how I want to feel equal. That's how you as a black man should feel equal, by what you know. Learn as much as you possibly can. The reason why we get lapped is because we give a fuck about Lil Baby and we care about fentanyl and all this other bullshit, and we're not actually taking care of ourselves. And we care about popping balloons and shit. That's why we're where we're at, because we get distracted. Because that's what was created to distract everybody. But for some reason, we seem to fall for it more than everybody else. That's the problem. You feel what I'm saying?
It is self-hatred to the 20th power. I'm not against white women.
Bro, imagine saying all of this shit and saying, I'm not against white women. What?
But I support black women.
So do I.
And in my support of black women, I cannot condone interracial dating.
Okay, so this is basically what he just said, right? This is what he just said. I support black women, So I can't tolerate the fact that somebody else would be with somebody else because, oh, the playing field is equal now. It's a free. See, people like this don't like free markets. They don't like the capitalism stuff. They don't like anything that's a free market where your value determines what you actually get in life. They want everything handed to them. So let me just corner all black men and make them date in their race so that they can stay there. There's a reason why a lot of black men aren't doing that shit. There's a reason. It's a culture issue. It's a culture issue. There's a reason why black men do all, and there's also a reason why there's a lot of black women that are still attracting the right black men at the same time because they finally got it. They're like, oh, he's a leader. Oh, I have to listen to him. Yes, that's how it makes sense. But here's the problem. Someone like him comes in, he tries to corner you and he tries to tell you, oh, yeah, bro, like black women, nah, like, bro, I support black women, but white women, they gotta go. You can't date white women. I can't. He says, I can't respect a man who dates a white woman. I can't respect you because you're fat, bro. Since we going bar for bar right now, can't respect you because of that shit. Get in shape, bro.
But let's look at the economics. Take the romance out. Take the emotion out. Let's look at the economics. Marriage is a business contract.
I agree with that. Marriage is low-key a business contract.
Women on average live longer than men. So if I marry a white woman and I die prematurely, rest in peace, Kobe Bryant. I die prematurely, rest in peace, marvelous Marvin Hagler. That white woman is not going to take any of the wealth that I built as a black man.
Bro, nobody gives a fuck, bro. Like, nobody gives a fuck. Yo, nobody cares, bro. Let me see. To Dr. Umar, does that concept work with black women when they date some white dude? I don't see him saying anything about that either way. It doesn't matter. Facts. I've been happy to see some black women that I know dating white guys because they treat them better. I've been happy seeing that. There's black men that hate that shit. I'm like, bro, why does it matter that she dates somebody who doesn't look like her? What does it matter if a black woman goes and dates a white guy? That doesn't make you any less than. That's her preference, bro. That's who she rocks with. And for you to try to police that shows me that there's insecurities. Like, come on. Obviously, yeah, no need to disrespect the ones you can't date. Facts. Just don't disrespect anybody. I'll never disrespect black women because I do think, again, black women are amazing. They look amazing. Women, literally beautiful women come in all shapes and sizes. Or I don't want to say all shapes and sizes. That's crazy. Beautiful women come in all shades of color. There we go. I believe that wholeheartedly.
Man, and give it to the black community so we can help regenerate ourselves.
What the fuck is he talking about? Give it to the black community and help us regenerate ourselves. Fellas, if you're black on this stream right now, you want to know how you can regenerate yourself? Go and make some money, bro. Go and learn a competent skill. You want to know what skills to learn? Go learn skills that help other people make more money. Or go learn skills that help other people get in better shape. Go learn skills that help other people get better relationships. Health, wealth, relationships. Those are the three things. If you develop a skill that helps somebody in any one of those things, you market yourself correctly, you will make money. So go make money. That's number one, right? Number two, have some self-respect. Stop looking at yourself as this poor black man because of slavery and all this shit, that now you got to be on the bottom and now you got to always think, oh, affirmative action. I need my affirmative action. These fucking idiots talking about affirmative action, bro. I don't need affirmative action. I don't need DEI. I don't need none of this shit. And I'm talking as a man who used to believe in all of this. I'm not saying this from, why are we even talking about this? Because apparently it's something that is an issue for a lot of people. Apparently, I get so many DMs talking about, why are you with a white woman? Bro, what? So I had to address it. And they always send me Dr. Umar. I'm like, who the fuck is this dude? I watch him and I'm like, that makes sense why you would listen to somebody like that. It makes sense. Victim mentality. I get it.
She's going to keep that money for herself, and all that black money will go back into the hands of white society. Interracial marriage is economic betrayal.
I guess. But look. He looked at him like, what the fuck are you saying, bro? He looked at him like, bro, What are you talking about, bro? What are you talking about? Look, I'm only saying I'm talking about this because I think there's a lot of guys, especially black men, who look at this stuff, who actually subscribe to this stuff and actually destroy their lives because of this. They get with the wrong woman. And again, this is big in dating too. They get with the wrong woman and then they wonder why things aren't working. And they try to stay in it because she looks like them. And this goes with all races, by the way. You don't need to date in your race. You don't. I'm gonna keep living my life. Deontay, you're right, bro. I'm gonna keep living my life. But again, I like to talk about the, by the way, bioorganic wine, right? Literally, bro, it's crazy. Like, bro, I'm Haitian, right? So maybe my views are like this because I'm Haitian. Maybe it's because Haitian people don't give a fuck. Haitian people don't care about any of this shit because we already got our independence. We were the first independent black country. So we don't care about any of this shit. We got it out the mud. There were no reparations. Even to now, we're still trying to figure things out. We're still getting hit. We're still getting everything. We're still getting our pockets taken. We still have chaos in our governments, but we still work hard. We still come to the United States. We still make a name for ourselves. I respect my parents so much because they came here and they had zero excuses. They didn't come here and say, oh, everyone's going against us because we're black. They said, no. In fact, people like Dr. Umar are the ones keeping racism alive. That's a fact. Racism could be dead by now. Because here's the reality. The only people who genuinely partake in racism are poor white people and black people. Those are the only two people who partake in the race debate. And the people who troll, right? You see a lot of people who troll on race because they understand that they can take your emotions. They do that because you're a puppet. I like this dude's face because that's what I look like. I was like, what, bro? What are you talking about, G? What are you saying, bro? Let me see. Yeah, he over here going crazy.
Snow Bunny will find a black man in progress. She will find him on the job. She will find him on the university.
Facts. You see, and he's gonna discredit this, but the reality is, and this doesn't matter what women need to find you on your stride. They can't try to find you when you're at the top. The thing that I like with other cultures, see, unfortunately, with my culture, black culture, the women that I've seen, they always want people who they want to find people who are already at the top. You know what I mean? They want to find people who are already at the top. They want the rappers, they want Drake, they want all these motherfuckers, but then they'll call you a square. When I was young, I was called a square because I didn't talk like a fucking hood dude. Even though I'm from the hood, anybody who's truly from the hood will never want to act like they're from the hood. They'll never want to subscribe to that. But that's who they want. And then when white women or Asian women or whatever other woman, they're smart. They're like, you know what? I'm gonna get him. I see he's catching stride right now. I see that he's catching stride. So let me go ahead and let me get with him right now because I know he's gonna get there. And they reap the benefits. And you might be wondering, you might be saying, well, why do all these athletes they end up dropping the black women that they have and they go with these white? Because the disrespect starts to happen when the money comes in. Because they're not used to seeing money. So when the money comes in, the disrespect starts to happen. The demands start to happen. All this shit. It's craziness, bro. Craziness.
And that Snow Bunny will see a black man with potential and she will invest in him.
First of all, why are we calling them snow bunnies? Like, do you know how dumb that shit sounds? Oh, the snow bunnies. Bro, you too old to be saying that. You too old to be calling people snow bunnies and shit. Thank you, Misha. I appreciate it. I know this topic, I know a lot of people can't relate to it, but they can see it. It's society. You can see it. I see this too much. I don't relate to any of this shit. I don't like talking about this shit, but you can see it. No, not really. I'm just getting animated because it's live. You got to be animated, Chris. Come on now.
big reason why these snow bunnies are running off with black men is they're meeting them when they have nothing, but they believe in their vision. And black women are waiting for him to cross the finish line. And by the time he crosses the finish,
you know what I think he should do? You know what I think he should really do? He should coach black women on how to date black men. I think that's a good idea. Because I don't think it's smart to try to tell black men what to do. Let me see. Least desired women. Here's the reality. I don't think black women are the least desired women. I just think that they trick themselves out of their position sometimes. Because at the end of the day, it's like you have to submit to a man that's solid. No man who's solid and actually does something in life. No man who's solid. I'm telling you this right now. Any man who's solid and worth his worth will take disrespect. No man. No man will take disrespect. Barack Obama is dating Jennifer Aniston. I don't know what the hell that is. I don't follow any of these guys. All right. Yeah, they're desired. They're just not desired to be wifed up. And again, I have nothing wrong with black women whatsoever. I have to say this every time because people would think I'm hating. I'm not, because I have a lot of black women that I'm cool with. And it's like they talk about the issue where they can't find a man. And it's like, yeah, because of you're too aggressive. You're too aggressive. You butt heads too much with the dude. If you don't follow, here's the thing: if you don't follow their ideology, leave. That's the thing. If I'm a woman and I don't follow the ideology of the man that I'm supposed to be led by, I will leave. Butting heads doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? Like, it's just crazy.
finish line, the snow bunny then snatched him already.
I would much prefer the idea of being with a man who doesn't have everything and working with him and building with him so that he gets everything and that he becomes everything he wants to be, with me by his side and with me supporting and helping him. And that idea is so much more appealing to me than me just going after a guy who already has everything.
Facts. They all get it. They all get it. Yeah, Snow Bunny is a gooner term. That's what I'm saying. Like, he's hating on somebody who's speaking facts. Like, why would you want to wait for someone at the finish line? Why? And that's the thing. That's what I've gotten. When I'm on YouTube, when I'm making these things and these guys are in there trying to tell me I need to be with a black woman, they're all mad because they couldn't get with a black woman. So they have to simp to try to basically put on a Superman coat and say, oh, well, I'm for black women and they're going to talk to me because I made this comment. Bro, they don't like you, bro. You have no value. You have no value. None. That's why. That's why a lot of these dudes feel like they can police you because they're not getting what they want in their own rate. I don't understand. This whole idea of interracial dating and all of that, like, it just doesn't make sense to me. None of it. I think I got a super chat here. Let me see. Lil Jukes, he said, that's a funny name, bro. Most of these people got fixed mindsets that they got from parents and society, and they don't care to change it because they lack self-love and awareness. Shout out to you, bro. That's a fact. Self-love and awareness. Most of these people don't love themselves at all. They don't. And they try to basically make it seem like everything I'm a victim. I'm a victim here. I'm a victim there. I don't care what race you are, bro. I'll do business with anybody. I would ask him, would you do business with a white man? Would you? You talking shit about white men. Would you do business with them? They wouldn't do business with you. I'm not doing business with somebody who's talking shit about me because of my skin color that I can't change. And then the whole guilt trip of like, bro, you were an oppressor. So you're trying to guilt trip white men. And then on top of that, when you guilt trip them, you want to be able to take all the resources that they've made. I don't care if you say, oh, white men, they got it because they were ahead of us. Bro, we've already made laps and we were somewhat behind for a while. We're powerful people. I think human beings, we're all powerful. You know what I mean? We're all powerful. Yeah, at the end of the day, the most important color is green. So you cater to that. That is what everybody is going to look at you for. How much money do you make? How do you carry yourself? And what do you know? What can you provide to somebody? That's what matters, bro. None of this other shit matters. This interracial dating conversation really does not matter. The reason why I don't say anything about it as much and I don't like talking about it is because it's completely irrelevant. But I do have a lot of people who want to try to police me, and I see them trying to police other guys, and other guys feel bad, and then they start making the mistake of trying to find someone that matches their color, and then they get upset. You know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't make sense. My girlfriend is Puerto Rican and white, and this black woman said that I should be with a black woman. Of course she said that. She said that because she's mad because she can't get with you. The black woman that she's talking about is herself. That's who she wants you to be with. So she's trying to guilt trip you into being with her by saying that your mom was black. Yes, my mom was black. Come on. But most ethnic groups usually tend to date or stay within their own groups, such as Asians, Indians, Hispanics, Middle Eastern, etc. However, who you connect with organically should not be a concern. Facts. Who you connect with organically shouldn't be concerned. And unfortunately, the reality, not unfortunately, I'll say fortunately, in the United States, it's a melting pot. So you're going to find different cultures. Different cultures are going to breed together regardless, because it's a melting pot. The reason why a lot of Asian people mate with other Asian people is because they all live in the same place. They all live in the same place. Of course. So all these guys talking about Pan-Africanism. Bro, why are you not in Africa, bro? Favorite non-American food? Oh, boy. I like pho, bro. The Vietnamese food. I love that. Let me see. Yo, Martel, I appreciate your content. A good break from the political correct. Be yourself. You're good the way you are. I've been a fat ass all my life. Started you good, bro. Keep doing that. Martel, what do you think about what do I think of? That's what he meant to say. If you're marrying her, if you're marrying her, I'm trying to help you right there with the grammar. That's good. If you're marrying her, you're marrying her whole family. I never looked at it this way, but it makes a lot of sense. Absolutely. Let me see. What I'm gonna go back to that, but this dude, right? Hench Durance. You are bunny hopping, simple, and it's not good. All other cultures stick to their own. Boy, LOL. Snow bunny boy, LOL. Bro, you sound like a degenerate, bro. Like, no. Okay, so other cultures stick with their own. No, that's not true, because why am I with another person of a different culture then, if that's the case? Why are there so many mixed kids if that's the case? There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with sticking with your own too. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I hope that's a troll. I was about to say, bro. I was about to say, that's crazy. I was going to say, I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. Let me see. There was one that I wanted to talk about. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so yeah, you're marrying her whole family, bro. You're marrying into her culture. You're integrating together. So if you don't identify with the culture, don't be with the person. If your culture is not respected the same way you respect their culture, don't be with the person. There are limits to this. How do I get my chest to look like yours? Do 100 push-ups a day. Do incline bench press, bro. I promise you it's going to work. Incline bench press and 100 push-ups a day. Okay, anyway. Do you often get local Romanian men that are jealous of you? That's a really good question. Yes, I do have that, but they do that just simply. You know what I mean? I think because the woman I'm with, she's very beautiful, and they probably are like, well, why can't she be with me? Well, I'm here and everything like that. Like, that happens, where jealousy is going to happen regardless, but they're more respectful about it. Like, they're not going to come up and try to act crazy. They kind of just look at her and then look at me, and they're like, fuck. Like, they do that. I get it. You know what I mean? The good thing I will say, being out here, though, I'm treated very, very well by the people here. Treated very well by my girl's family. Treated well by everybody. Like, it's cool. I'm respected by everybody. All of that. Have I ran into the Tate brothers in Romania yet? No, I have not. I live 10 hours away from them. I don't plan on doing that. I don't care to talk to them as much. I know a lot of people think that I'm trying to basically come to Romania because I didn't do that, but they live 10 hours away. They live in Bucharest. I live in Oradea. It's a completely different thing. I actually live closer to Budapest, where I just went to link up with my boy Tim, another black man with a Hungarian, out like 2 hours away from me. It was cool. It was a good catch up. Do you get stares in public while you're out with your girl? Yes, I do. But it's like endearing stares. It's never like weird stares. I know in like other cultures, like maybe in Asian cultures, if you go into like Asia with an Asian woman and you're a black dude, they're gonna look at you like, why are you with her? Like they have that. Here, they look at you like, whoa. Like they're always like, you're such a beautiful couple. Like they always say that. So it's always positive. You know what I mean? Does decline push-ups help with the chest? Yes, they do. And regular push-ups. So yeah, my experience, y'all can ask me more questions about like life. Like I'm really just opening it up. I think my rant is over because I don't really have much to say about Dr. Umar. Maybe send me somebody else who says that too. You don't really get the racism if you're a Chad. Tyrone, by the way, it's Tyrone talk. Oh, if we talk about Andrew Tate being prime minister, I think that's the worst move he can ever make because he has made money corruptly. And that will always come back in the political sphere. That will always come back. So I think he's actually making a big mistake trying to be UK prime minister. To be entirely honest with you, I think he's going to end up in prison. Would I ever go to Colombia? Yeah, I would. Here's my thing, right? That goes into passport bros, right? Everyone's talking about, oh, guys want to, oh, wait, let me see. I'll get into that after. I want your opinion on this. What's your opinion on movies that show men in embarrassing situations that'll get you clowned, and how would you handle those situations in real life? I'm confused about that. So you're saying, what's my opinion on movies that show men in embarrassing situations that'll get you clowned? I don't know how to answer that question. I think obviously those movies that show men in compromising situations, they're there to be able to psyop you, to basically make you accept the fact that you're embarrassing, and also to program women to believe that men are embarrassing. I believe that wholeheartedly. Yeah, they're woke movies. They're literally movies to emasculate men that exist. It's crazy. Yeah, people are about to think I'm a conspiracy theorist because I actually think a lot of these things, like I watch things. You have to start watching everything objectively. Look at everything for what they are and understand why they're there. Who is trying? When you watch media, you have to understand, why did this person broadcast this to me? What are they trying to program me to believe? And do I accept this programming or not? You have to understand that, right? Nerd gets popular chick movie trope. Yeah, I don't hate it. I don't hate it, but I think it's definitely it's trying to basically make nerds feel like, oh, I can still get women being a nerd. Like, not really. You might. I'm a nerd, but I at least got in shape, bro. And I at least upgraded my mindset. And I stopped being a nice guy. Let me see. How do you deal with people with fixed mindsets in your life that were close family-sized friends before deciding to distance yourself from them? I cut them off. And I don't cut them off intentionally. The conversation just stops happening because we just think on a completely different plane. The conversations just dissipate. Like for me, when I've had family members or friends who like are constantly battling, like they're trying to tell me what to do, and they have this fixed mindset that, oh, you shouldn't be an entrepreneur, you should just go be a nurse, because in Haiti or in Haitian culture, you become a nurse. I'm like, no. And here's the thing, when you start winning in life, they start to ask you how you did what you did. So you just let them talk and just laugh and just treat them like children. Just let them talk, treat them like kids, like they don't really know better. You do what you got to do and keep doing what you're doing. To simplify that, how would you handle the type of embarrassing moment that'll get you heckled? You got to laugh with it. You got to be a jester, bro. The biggest thing in life that men need to understand is you have to become a jester. You have to literally be a jester in your own life. You have to make fun of all of the things that happen to you. You last for a minute with a woman, bro, just laugh it off. Well, you look too good, so I had to, like you have to just take everything as a joke. The minute you take like embarrassing situations seriously is the minute that the other person will take it seriously, and they'll think that you're just not capable. And then that's where everything spirals, right? Someone walks in on you and your lady at the wrong time at some secluded area, bro, laugh it off. Laugh it off. Real men just laugh it off. They don't take things too serious. You just have to laugh it off. No, that's not. That's you didn't go too far, bro. That's happened before. That has happened to me, but I've done that in other situations where I've walked in and the thing happened. You just he laughed it off. He was cool with it. To simplify that, let me see what else. Why do you think they hate black men for leveling up? They hate black men for who's they? First of all, who hates black men for leveling up? That's a good question. Because I don't think anybody hates black men for leveling up as a whole, in general. Okay, let me see. Do you believe in the law of assumption? Yes, I do. Has it worked for you in your journey? Absolutely. Law of assumption is critical. Even in sales calls, you know what I mean? Like, you have to assume the sale. If you don't assume the sale, the person won't be able to like fall into that frame. It's all framing, right? You frame your life. I don't want to get into like crazy spirituality, but like law of assumption from a practicality perspective, because a lot of you guys are practical, which I appreciate. You have to assume good things are going to happen in your life, and you're literally going to act in a way that those things actually happen. The minute that you assume that things are going to go wrong, they're going to go wrong. So law of assumption is great. It's worked for me in my sales career. It's worked for me in entrepreneurship. It's worked with me with dating. It's worked with me everywhere. Like, you assume the woman likes you, she's probably going to end up liking you as long as you're normal and you're not weird. Become a Tyrone or a Chad, though. That'll help you out. Y'all got to hit me with more questions. I love this. This is good. Hit me with questions. Like women and people like Umar Johnson telling successful black men what to do with their wealth. Yeah, bro. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy that people are actually trying to tell you what to do with your own life as a full-grown man. People tell me to wear a shirt. Bro, what am I wearing a shirt for? I'm in my own home that I pay for. What am I wearing a shirt for? People trying to tell you how to act, how to move. I got to be more centered in this. How to act, how to move, how to do certain things, how to be a certain person. It doesn't make any sense. They only say this because they know you're going to listen to them. Black men are the easiest to guilt trip. We're the easiest to guilt trip. I don't know why. We always feel guilty about what we succeed at. And we always have to get pushed back down. Stupid. But either way, it doesn't matter. We're not complaining. We just making improvements. Would love to hear more of your take on spiritual philosophies and how they apply it to business. I can make a whole video around that. Ken said, what's a good part-time job / side hustle? Soon go to university. Online high-ticket sales. To add to that scenario, it also depends on how far along in the act you are as well. Plus, I feel like that's happened to you, Simply Deep, for real. I'm in college. Should I care too much about dating, or should I prioritize that once I'm out of school? Start dating in college, bro, because right now you need reps. You need experience with women to understand who they really are. Always try to date in college. I made the mistake of being in a long-term relationship for all of the rest of my 3 years in college, and it kind of messed me up. Think about why most black men voted for Trump when Obama came telling us to vote for Kamala. Right. Because black men are just tired of the same rhetoric of victim mentality. Bro, Kamala Harris literally put out some policy she wanted to put out that gave exclusively black men $20,000 to start a business. Do you not think that I'm competent enough to go start a business and make it? You got to hand something to me? And allowed for people. It was just a crazy policy to me. I didn't really think it was smart on her mind. How do you deal with your relatives' mom? Let me see. I just moved down. How do your mom spiking your food to keep you fat, trying to cut weight? Bro, you got to get out of home, bro. You got to like move out of your home. Like that's a toxic environment for real. Like, I would just move. I left my home at the age of 18, by the way, and I never went back. Do you believe in the law of attraction? I believe that you can attract anything if you do the work. I don't believe you have to sit there and meditate and things are going to fall in your lap, bro. Like, that's all a gimmick that spiritual gurus tell you to sell you a course or sell you their secret law of attraction meditation to help you attract everything in your life. You still got to put in the work, bro. You got to put in the work. You hold the visualizations only to give you motivation and to allow for you to actually work to get to where you want to be. Let's see. Thanks for answering my question. How long have you been doing YouTube content and what inspired you? I started back in February officially. I made like a few random videos before that in October of the year before, but I officially started in February. It was great. It was dope. I started with the idea of just doing 1,000 subscribers in a year, posted every day, and we're here now. Let's see. What's the worst / most abusive woman you've ever seen? Whew, that's crazy. I think it's the women. For me, in my life, personally, it's the woman that tries to gas. Whoa. Whoa. I just got cut out. I gotta answer that question though. Yeah, it's the woman that's trying to gaslight you to make you think that you're like some mean person or like you're stupid or like you're this and that. Like I think that's the most abusive woman that just psychologically damages you and makes you feel less than. I think those are the most abusive women. It's not the women that physically hit you. It's the women that genuinely like mentally destroy you. They put you in chains. You catch yourself smiling or evil smile after somebody just disappointed because reacting verbally or physically wouldn't solve. Yeah, facts. I do. I always smile with that. Whenever a woman's ever disrespected me or did something, I just look at them. Like, you really thought I was gonna react? You think I can't just walk out the door? Come on. What's your plan with content creation? Where do you plan to go with this content soon? I want to start. I think I mentioned this on the last podcast. Maybe this should be a podcast. Doing podcasts, collabing with other podcasters, collabing with other creators, doing more lives. I like live. I honestly like this better than creating videos, to be entirely honest with you. And just creating more, like just traveling more, meeting with other creators, all of that. Thoughts on age gaps and dating? I'm 29, have a date with a 19-year-old woman tonight. Haven't dated someone that much younger than me. Bro, that's a tough dating gaps. Here's my thing, right? Because me and my girl, we're pretty much the same age. I don't like it. And here's the reason why. I don't like. You can do whatever you want. Let me put it this way. But one thing you're going to have to look out for is the lack of maturity on her side and the fact that she hasn't seen life yet. She hasn't talked to other women yet or other men yet, right? So there's nothing with dating younger. There's nothing wrong with that, but you just have to like avoid or just at least be aware that they're not mature, that they might not be done with their little phase where they have to. So you have to be able to like entertain them consistently, bro. They don't understand if you're an entrepreneur, if you're somebody who's working a lot, they don't understand the grind. They don't care about the grind. They care about instant gratification. So you have to watch out for that. By leaving home and your old relatives, who's gonna help them with stuff like heavy groceries and stuff where a strong man is needed? Bro, you gotta understand, you have to live your own life. You can't be Superman to everybody. You cannot. If it's damaging you, you need to leave. I felt bad when I left home. My parents are still together. My parents are still, married. I think it's like 30 years now or something like that. Like, I felt bad because I'm like, oh, my mom, like I was her only child, this and that. Like, bro, I felt horrible. But at the end of the day, it allowed for me to be the best version of myself, and it allowed for me to actually even provide more value to my own mom than if I stayed at home just to make her feel better. That's the nice guy syndrome, bro. You got to get out that nice guy frame. Like, I always got to make everybody happy, and I always got to do everything. If it's destroying you, if you're fat because your mom is spiking your food, like you said, for you being fat, which I don't even get that, but that's crazy. But if that's the case, bro, move. Gotta move. What about catch her young? Because women lose their value being around the block. I have an interesting take about this. And I'm not, the good thing now, the woman that I have is solid, right? She hasn't been around the block like that. She's had other relationships, of course, but she's not been, but I've been with women who've been around the block. And what I've noticed is with the right man, they end up changing. I'm not saying you go for women who have body counts of like 1,000. And honestly, you'll never know, and it doesn't fucking matter. Because you're never gonna know how much a woman's body count actually is. Well, you can tell certain signs by how they do things. If they a little too kinky and they like all this kind of crazy shit, they probably been around the block. But you got to understand that whoever you are, the woman just has to fall into frame. She has to fall into your frame. I don't care what her body count is. If she doesn't fall into frame, it's a wrap. Because a woman will literally forget all of her past. All of her past will be wiped clean if you are that guy. I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me on this. You just have to experience life for yourself. I've been with women who they've only been with one guy. They cheated on me because I didn't have the frame. I've been with women that they've been virgins. They cheated. I didn't have the frame. So it does not matter. Body count doesn't matter, bro. It does matter to a certain extent, but it's not the end all be all. You just have to be solid, bro. You have to be somebody who's like multi-dimensional. You just are good at everything. You can't give her a reason to find somebody else or to think about her past. Can said, did the women who abandoned you regret it? I don't know, but probably. Because they all came back. They all ended up coming back. So yeah, probably. I didn't regret it though. Every breakup that I've had, it's been the best thing that's ever happened to me. I've always come back like 10 times stronger. I've given myself 24 hours to emotionally feel a breakup. I might be a psychopath, bro. I don't know. I give myself 24 hours and I'm back to it. I'm back out. Back out. Let me see. Trying to health max and build my YouTube channel while juggling a part-time jobs out of school. Any advice for a 16-year-old trying to make my dream work before I graduate and I'm obligated to go another route? Go all in now. While you're in school, put in all of your effort now, because when you graduate, bro, life will hit you like a ton of bricks. You have to start now. I wish I would have started my YouTube when I was in college, because you have way more margin of error. When you make it your livelihood, you have less margin of error, and you have a lot of stress that you don't need that's going to make you fuck up, and it's going to make you not create the type of content you want to create. Alex Hormozy and Chris Williamson talk about the lonely chapter. What's your experience with this? I have a very deep experience with the lonely chapter. I think I've felt the lonely chapter a lot, because the thing that's interesting is and I think I'm at that stage now where I'm ahead of the average person. And this is not to sound narcissistic. This is just me being objective. I'm ahead of the average person, but I'm not at the level of the super high performer that's making $1 million a year. Right? So I'm not there. So there's this gap of loneliness where you get ahead of the average person, but you're not there yet enough to live in the circles of people who are at the level that you want to be at. They can chill with you, but it's not the same. Like, it's just not the same, you know? So you have that period where you're on your own and you're trying to figure things out, and things will happen and you're going to feel like, man, I'm like, nobody's here. Nobody's this. Everybody goes through that period silently. I wish there was like a group where like all the guys who are in that can like come join together. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's going to be very important. The lonely chapter is crazy, bro. Like, it definitely psychologically fucks with you, because you're like, I don't know if this is really for me. Like, why do I feel like there's nobody there? It's tough. It does help having a woman by your side. I will say that. I'm not saying you just go get a woman for that reason, but it does help. It helped me at least. Yeah, let's build that group of facts. The problem with that group is it's so wide. Like, you want people who are in similar stages as you, like even within that lonely chapter. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy, because you don't want to be trying to like overly mentor people when you're trying to build a group around that. You want to be at the same level where each person is giving each other equal amounts of game and people are helping each other out. Like, that's the hard part about even creating, because when you're multimillionaire and you're making a lot of money, everybody else is in that space. You're all giving each other game. When you're average, everybody's in that same space. You're giving each other game on bullshit. Like, bro, did you see Gunna put out that last album, bro? Bro, did you see GTA 6 is coming out, bro? Like, you have these two different things, but then in the middle, it's like there's some people who are ahead. They're trying to scale businesses. There's some people who, They're just starting their business, so they're already above the average. Both are above the average, but they're not where the millionaires are. It's hard, bro. It's hard to manage that. The fact that we're in a self-improvement channel on Saturday already means facts. This was basically a rage bait live. Or no, this was a self-improvement live camouflaged as rage bait. That's what this was. I don't actually care about Dr. Umar, guys. I don't. I don't care about interracial relationship drama. I don't. But I do like to address certain things that I think a lot of people think about. My ex says she likes skinny guys, but always wanted to feel my muscles. That's crazy. Yeah, bro. She likes skinny guys because she can control them. In one of your videos, you spoke about being exposed to content of people making thousands of dollars per month. Who put you on, and how did you discover you could make money online? So I got lucky. I was at Babson College, which is in Boston, Wellesley, Massachusetts. And I went out one time at I think it was a club or something. I met a guy, and he was basically like this guy was making like $20,000-$30,000 a month. He had an AP on. He had all the. I was like, bro, how do you? And he was a scrawny kid, like white guy, like super cool. And he was like, bro, like, because I was jacked, right? I looked like I was in shape. He was like, bro, how did you get that physique? And we just started talking, and he was like, and I was like, how do you make money, bro? Like, how are you making money? You're at Boston University. He's like, yeah, I'm actually gonna drop out, like yada yada. I do this web design agency, like I have this business, like I go online, like I do digital marketing. I'm like, what's digital marketing? So we literally talked about that for hours and hours and hours on end. He put me on the Twitter. He put me on all these other platforms. Twitter was my gateway to money. Twitter, x.com. I promise you right now. Gateway to money. There's guys in there making far more money than you can imagine. And they're regular guys who are like 19, 20 years old. Craziness. Let me see. Appreciate your answer. I play a cue of your advice. I appreciate that, bro. What foods do you eat or avoid nutritionally? I eat all whole foods, any food that's made from the ground, any food that's directly from an animal. I eat that. I try to avoid foods that are artificially processed, artificially made, and heavily processed. I try to avoid that. That's the simplest way I can answer that question. What's the best place to find a good mentor for business? Is it Fiverr platform good? No, Instagram, bro. Go on either YouTube or Instagram. Find somebody you look up, like heavily look up to, that it's already made it. It's already a millionaire, whatever, and try to basically sell their program or course. Whether you guys like this shit or not, everybody. When I tell you this, every single person is going online now. All of these guys who made money in real life are going online to sell courses, to sell coaching programs. It's the new meta. That's what people are doing. It's not a scam. It's just a different way to provide value. Go find those guys and start selling their programs for them. Get close to them. Make a lot of money helping them, and they will help you in return. That's the easiest way I can say it. Where I can contact you, Martel? Just Instagram is cool. It's just my first name. Okay, let's see. Wow, because especially as African, we equate career to making money, but now at 28, though they intersect each other for sure. Twitter sounds like a space where everyone's trying to funnel you into their program and nobody seems authentic. Just my experience. It depends on who you follow. Guys are giving out free, bro. I've literally learned so much off of Twitter, just off of tweets. I think YouTube is more like that than Twitter. I think YouTube, everyone's pushing out a program, which is fine. I push out my coaching program because I do want to help guys get in shape, and I'm good at that. So of course I'm going to push a one-on-one fitness coaching program. Like, I'm not going to not do that. But the free content that I have at least has value. You know, like I think you have to figure out, okay, are they giving out value or are they not? If they're just pushing out a program with zero value, don't even engage with them. You think fasting is worth it? No. I think fasting is horrible. I think what's really good is the fruit until noon diet I always talk about that I've been doing now. That's been working like crazy. Just eat a bunch of fruit in the morning and then switch it up. Let me see. Do you only do one-on-one coaching for fitness or business too? So I have done for business in the past. Here's the thing with me. I would love to help everybody make a lot of money. I would love to help everybody at least make money that I've made before, right? And experience that. The problem is it's so custom. It's such a specific experience. And I think a lot of people come into business with this idea that they don't need to put in more work than their 9 to 5 and they're going to get 10K a month. It's like it's hard. So when I did business coaching, there were some guys that came in that like they wanted to hit 10K a month within the first 2 weeks. And I was like, bro, you have to one, create a brand for yourself, put yourself out there because it's just explaining the process is annoying. I think with fitness is plug and play. It's easy. It's easy for me to fulfill regardless of where the person's at. With business coaching, it's harder. That's why a lot of the guys who push business coaching, but they don't actually help people. Like I try not to be muddled with the make money online thing. Maybe in the future I'll do it. But right now I'm chilling with where I'm at. Platform you learn skills from, Martel, Twitter. Go watch Dan Cole. He talks about Twitter all the time. I'm not talking about a beginner in business, but someone closer to your level. Yeah, I don't do it right now, but I'm open to talking more about it for sure. I wouldn't mind. And especially if you're at my level as well, I'd rather just be connected to you and like we could just go back and forth and help each other out. Like that would be good. Or if you're a couple steps behind, I can help you as well. But yeah, you getting me back into business coaching, bro. That's crazy. How is the food where you are currently? Is it more locally grown or minimally processed? Yeah, bro. Everything is literally locally grown. Like grapes, bro. I'm gonna show y'all because I just ate like a bunch of grapes. Like you see these grapes? Like this is a tiny little grape. Like the grapes are literally just like organic. Like everything is like raw. Like I literally like my girl's parents make grapes in their yard, or her grandparents, they make grapes and stuff like that. Her dad made this wine. Like the wine is literally pressed from grapes, bioorganic wine. It's craziness. Everything here is organic. I've never felt better. If y'all see my old content, my face was always bloated. I always had like a bunch of just like it was just American food is fucked, bro. What do you think about Amazon FBA or Amazon dropshipping since it's the biggest platform on the planet? I think if you find the right person to help you with it, it's good. I don't ever tell people to do that as their first business. I say like do some sort of freelancing, like learn a skill, digital marketing, ads, all of that, copywriting, sell that to a business, social media marketing, learn that, sell that to a business, start to make some cash flow, then use that cash flow and then get into Amazon FBA. It costs money to start up. It's not free. You don't start it without money. This is so good. Wow. This literally tastes like grape juice. And for anybody who says, Martel, you're a fitness guy. Why are you drinking alcohol? Because I can. Yeah. You know, diet is crazy. Dropping the crap solved my brain. Yeah, bro. Cutting out all the nonsense that people eat will literally just help you with your brain fog 100%. Y'all gotta ask me some like crazier questions, bro. Opinion on email marketing, I think is great. I think if you know how to do email marketing, you will win. Yeah, this is wine literally pressed in Romania by my girl's grandparents that literally pressed this wine and gifted it to me. Or I think no, her dad. And it's literally just wine, like from grapes. It's straight from grapes. There's nothing else in here. All organic. Someone who's been running a consumer brand full time for the last 4 years, don't go into Amazon. Facts. Because it's advertised as easy. No business model is easy. How did it become fermented and become alcoholic? That's a good question. If you press them, the juice in them, and you leave it there for like months, it'll be fermented and it'll become alcohol. I did not know this before. They also have this thing called palinka, which is like it's like plums that they create the juice out of. It becomes fermented and it becomes alcohol. It tastes like a fruitier version of vodka. It's really good. No hangovers ever. It's cool. Y'all gotta understand, I'm not like a one of those like biohacking nerd health nuts. I like to have fun too. What else we got, fellas? I think we're gonna cut the live on this one. I think we've definitely hit all the points. Oh, Charlie hit me with a good one. Yo, bro, if I'm relatively short, around 5'5", 5'6", does that mean it would be substantially harder for me to succeed in dating? Meaning that I need to compensate? Yeah, you do. I'll keep it real with you, bro. You need to compensate for your height with extreme competency when it comes to your knowledge, what you know. You have to be extremely interesting. You should be making money. You have to compensate if you're short. I know it sucks. I know you didn't ask to be short, but you have to overcompensate for that. And we're all overcompensating for something, by the way. Like when I was in college and even right after college, I compensated for being broke by getting jacked. That was my overcompensation. And it worked. It filled the gap of me being young, super young, 20, 21, and I didn't have money. It helped because it got me access to more money. So you have to overcompensate with something. Yeah, work out physically for sure. No, don't stay home on the weekends, Son Goku. Don't stay home on the weekends, bro. Go out. You get a lot of choosing signals as a jack person. Yeah, bro. Like choosing signals went like crazy. They went from like I had to go try with women to like I didn't have to try anymore. I never had issues with women when I was younger. I just didn't have them knocking. I didn't have them crawling up trying to find me. Like I had to go find them. And then when you get jacked, you don't have to do that anymore. What do you think are the most profitable subjects to study? AI and IT. IT for sure. I actually was a salesperson for an IT computer software company. They make a lot of money. IT professionals make a lot of money. Let's see. Should I go alone to bars? If you are a very social person, yes. If you are not, no. Go with friends. Women like to see other men with friends because when you're with friends, that shows that you're trustworthy to a certain extent. You're not a psycho. I would go with friends, bro. What did I study in college? I studied business administration. I got a bachelor's of science in business administration. Did you do a remote job at your IT? No, I was in the office when I was doing sales for the IT company. I was in the office every day. This was like before COVID. So I was in the office every day. And I actually liked it. I liked being in the office. I liked being around, and I was in the sales space, right? I was doing business development as well. So it was like I was able to just have some competition and work with some killers and stuff. It was cool. Did you learn anything from old school or new school PUAs? No. I purposely never ever consumed pickup artist content because I think it's all just dorks who just try to game the system. And like I just wanted to know how to genuinely attract women by being myself because everyone's style is different. My style is different from your style. Some people might think my style is ineffective. You just have to find yourself, bro. You have to find what's interesting about yourself and put that interesting thing out there. That's what I've learned. I've learned that the hard way. How would you say your education has helped you in your business model? It hasn't. My education means nothing. The only thing it gives me is credibility to a certain extent. Have you ever been to Haiti, and what do you think it needs to be successful, like where you are now? I'm trying to answer that question. Let's see. I lived in Haiti when I was 3. Came back to the US. My mom literally birthed me here, and then we went back to Haiti again when I was actually 2. I went back to Haiti. I think it needs better government, of course. I think there needs to be a better government that can help it get back to where it needs to be. But there's a lot of work that needs to be done in Haiti for sure. They need to adopt cryptocurrencies as soon as possible. They need to get on the blockchain. There's a lot of things they need to do. How do you extinguish the lust/temptation while in a relationship? Temptation with other women? If it's temptation with other women, that means your woman's not attractive to you. If she's not attractive to you, you probably shouldn't be with her. Or you make her go to the gym or lose weight if she's overweight, whatever that looks like. You got to be able to, like, because here's the thing: men are going to naturally be attracted to women, right? Regardless of whether you're in. But if you feel like you have to do something with other women when you're with somebody, you're not attracted to that person. You're just not. I don't care what Andrew Tate tells you. Be with 5, 6 different women, bro. Like, that's not good. Did you notice guys desperate for your approval in real life, given you're jacked? Yes, 100%. I get that to this day. That's a good thing. Good. Let's see. What do you think of gym approaches, even if the approach is polite but still masculine? I think they're great. I had a girl that I got off of just being at the gym. We were at the gym at 5 a.m. every day. I just saw her when she was done working out, just talked to her like, hey, where are you from? Yada, yada. Like, what was the workout you were doing? It looked interesting to me. And then she was like, oh, what workout did you do? And then you have a conversation. You're like, hey, I think you're pretty cool. We should work out together, right? Like, you just simple shit, bro. Like, I don't like to overcomplicate this stuff. Do they have Mama Juana in Haiti or in? I think that's in Haiti. I was asking if I should go alone to bars because my friends do not go out anymore. Work. I don't know what to do on the weekends. Sorry for. Yeah, I think you should go. You should go to places where you have something to do. I think bars are good if you have a woman that's going with you. If you're by yourself, go to a painting class, bro. Go do something where you have to interact with people and do something. Like, if you do that, you'll interact with the right people. Go to events that are around you, like find events that are around you, do things like go to a Pilates class, bro. I promise you, go to a Pilates class. You will thank me later if you go to a Pilates class, bro. What career would you recommend if a person doesn't want to go the entrepreneurship route? Technology, technical career always. If you don't want to do entrepreneurship, you should be highly technical. Let me see. Yeah, bro. Do Pilates, bro. It's crazy. What brands of protein powder do you suggest? Alpha Line was my favorite by far. And I'm not sponsored by them, by the way. I used to be. Should I stay away from dating women in professional environments like in law school? Y'all trying to get me canceled. Yes, because they're more focused on their career. They don't probably have time to date you. And yeah, I wouldn't date women in professional environments unless you're really attracted to them. And they almost like they're okay with like not making their career their main priority. Like, I know it sounds crazy. It's like, oh, why can't women because like when you're a man and you want to be with a woman and she makes her career her priority and you want kids and she doesn't, that's when the issues come up. So you gotta be smart about that. Oh, all right. I think I'm good. Appreciate y'all. Another one. What's your best advice for guys wanting to start a YouTube channel similar to yours? Get on the camera and start talking every single day. Literally every single day, start talking. Talk about whatever it is that you want, whatever pops up in your head, because you're going to finally realize what you're really interested in that you can talk about for years. Don't try to like mimic somebody else's channel or mimic another topic. Like, I'm going to be a self-improvement creator and I'm going to talk about self-improvement. It's like, nah, bro. Literally talk about what you know. Talk about your experiences. Talk about what you want, you know. How can I learn email marketing? Any suggestions? YouTube, bro. Literally type in, how do I get into email marketing? You'll find so many tutorials and all of them are real. Don't shit where you eat. Facts. Don't ever do that. I was a personal trainer and I had all these rich moms wanting me. I was like, nah, I'm not doing that. You're paying me. You're going to stay right there. What do you think of you should date women at every income level? I agree with that. I agree. When you're broke, you should be dating women. because you might find someone who actually loves you for who you are and is willing to ride with you, which is the best one. And you should be dating women when you move up a little bit as well. When you're rich, yes, if you don't have a woman by the time you're rich, bro, you probably won't find a good one. I'm just putting it out there. That's just my honest opinion. So the best time to find one is when you're broke, to be honest. And then you start to learn female nature, and then you start to, change. Yes. Find businesses, offer them free services in exchange for experience and testimonials. Yes. That is how anybody who starts a business, you start with free service for testimonials. When I started my personal training business, it was free service for testimonials, progress pictures, whatever that looks like. Do free first. Everybody wants to start charging. I get all these guys in my DMs on Instagram that's never ran the business that they're trying to sell me. Bro, yeah, bro, I'll work with me. I'll blow up your content. It's $3,000. I'm like, who else have you worked with? Oh, bro, I just started, but like, trust me, I know. Trust me, bro. Trust me, bro. It's my little mouth guard. I got to get into kickboxing, bro. One of the greatest things I've ever done. Yeah, look. See, people are finding jobs in the chat. That's dope. See that? Ederito is basically, yeah, that's nice. Sean, see, you might get a job opportunity from this chat. All right, I'm about an hour and 30 minutes in. Wow, the chat just jumped 40. Wow, 44 people live right now. That's dope. What's your favorite fighter? Bonyaski, Remy Bonyaski, I believe, and obviously Mike Tyson, but Remy Bonyaski for kickboxing because he was flying just kicker. Like, I like seeing that. Wow, this should literally just be like a job board. Y'all are over here. Anyone need an editor for 5 years of experience? That's dope. Also, if you want to see raw, if you want to hear raw thoughts, follow me on Twitter. I go absolutely crazy on Twitter. All right, y'all. You follow Sport Martel? Yeah, I do. Not actually, no, I don't. I don't follow sports anymore. I used to follow basketball a lot because that was my first sport. But I want to follow kickboxing, K1 kickboxing again, or MMA. I just want to learn fighting a lot more. I'd rather see people fight. How many calories are you eating to maintain that physique? 3,200 a day. All right, y'all. I'm going to close this down now. Unless this somehow spikes up to 100 people. I'm good. Appreciate you guys. Do I eat a lot of steak every single day? Yes. I like answering questions, so I can't leave yet. What's your Twitter handle? At Martel Metellus. Martel, what is your favorite part about your girl that's none? I'm confused by it. What's your favorite part about your girl? Can you help me understand that question? What's my favorite part about my girl? Like, what part are we talking about? What place do you see yourself living at for a while? It used to be Dubai. Now I think it's Spain. Maybe Romania. I like here. It's good. Spain for sure. I like Mexico too. Mexico's dope. Spain is cheap. Beaches everywhere. It's nice. Entrepreneurship is big there. If you go to Barcelona, it's huge. I like it. I like to be different. I don't want to be where everybody else wants to be. Everybody wants to like live in Dubai, Miami. I'm like, bro, take me to Spain, bro. Or Italy. Italy's dope. Yeah, all these guys living in Thailand. I'm not gonna lie, I consider Thailand too. The problem with Thailand, though, here's why I like Spain, because Spain's time zone closely matches the US to a certain extent. Now, Thailand is a shit show. Southeast Asia's time zones are fucked. I can't do it. I could never do it. Like running a business, bro, you'd literally be up till like 4 a.m. every day. Can't do that. Even here, it's like a 7-hour difference. So when I have sales calls with people or when I have consultation calls, like it's just a 7-hour difference and it's just not cool. I don't like it. All right. I'm good now. I appreciate y'all. I will catch you on the next live. I might do one tomorrow or just put out a regular video, but I'll probably do a live tomorrow. So I'll catch you guys.